All right, everybody, welcome back to the RADBMX Builds podcast. My name is Sean. I'm the owner of RADBMX Builds, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. We have a guest, and he's not here with me. We're going to be doing this remotely through Zoom. So bear with us if we have any technical difficulties because you're witnessing some history here. Two bike builders that know nothing about Zoom, but we're giving it a shot. And today's guest is Jeremy from Classic BMX. Jeremy, thank you so much for taking time out of your important day and being on the podcast.
Dude, I appreciate you taking the time and doing this with me. This is something you and I have talked about a little bit over the last couple of years. We've known each other now for I don't know, how long did I buy this bike?
Man, it's
So this
been,
this is Sean's bike.
yeah,
Sean built this bike. I take no credit for this bike, and that's been what, a couple years ago?
yeah, probably at least 2.5 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so Jeremy and I go back a bit. I've bought bikes from him, he's bought bikes from me, and we've talked through social media. And when I started down this rabbit hole of podcasting, I thought, man, it'd be great to have you because we're very like-minded. Building, restoring bikes and selling them is kind of what we're doing, making content, if you will. And that's kind of the purpose of this podcast. Once I got it up and going, is to get people like you on the podcast. So for people that don't know you, Jeremy, who are you? What state do you live in, and what do you do?
All right, so Jeremy Hamilton. I am in McMinnville, Tennessee. Pretty tiny town, about smack dab in between Chattanooga and Nashville. I have always had an affinity for these bikes. I've been in this probably 3 years, and the first year, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning every day.
Same.
Thankfully, I've got folks like Sean, and I've got some good friends of mine, Shane Christie, Russ Hammock. Some shout outs to those guys. I can call these guys, send pictures, and say, "Hey, I'm struggling with this gyro setup or this rotor setup. I'm still learning that." There's so much to getting the gyro dialed in, or at least there is for me.
On a
But
personal note, I hate the gyro. There's
you, you
so
you'd rather
many,
have a rotor?
yeah, neither, honestly, because there's so many adjustment
I
points.
know, right?
Absolute trash.
I know. I'm still trying to get it. I can set up a race bike pretty good, and I can get one of those dialed in pretty good, but the freestyle stuff, man, I'm still learning. But yeah, I started out collecting. I got my first bike. It was a '87, I think, Electroshock, a Raleigh Electroshock,
Nice.
and I decided I need to get some more. And man, I've bought everything from Spaldings to Pro Performers to Dynos to Cycle Pros, and now I'm really focusing on. I think I'm a GT guy. Don't hate on me because I know you're not that big of a GT guy.
Yeah, not much at all.
Yeah, I know.
I
But
hear it
I
every
like
day.
I like
People
them.
think that's all that I build are GT bikes.
No. You do, but you're a race guy. You're a race bike guy,
I
right?
am. Yeah.
Yeah, but you are kind of going over into you're dabbling in the freestyle stuff here lately, right?
You have to make the people happy sometimes.
Yeah,
And I have to appease all the people that don't think I build freestyle bikes. So every now and then I throw them a bone and I'll build a freestyle bike. And 9 times out of 10, I sell it. I don't
yeah,
really keep it in the collection because I do favor the race bikes. That's what I grew up doing. I did the freestyle in front of my house on a kick turn ramp with my friends. That's about the extent of it. But
yeah,
racing is where my heart was. I loved ripping through the neighborhoods and the dirt jumps we had along the way. And that's my memories and my nostalgia. So I lean heavy on that. And honestly, they're a little more fun for me to build. They're a little more easy because
yeah,
I hate the rotors and
yeah,
the gyros. I hate doing that stuff. So it doesn't bring me enjoyment. And why am I going to do something I don't really enjoy?
yeah.
Then it becomes a job and not a fun hobby. And that's why I
Absolutely.
started this. So if I'm not having fun doing it, I'm just not going to do it. If I'm not in the mood to do that, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But every now and then I'm like, man, I just need to build that bike. And it happens to be a freestyle bike. Like Eddie Fiola World Tour. I had to build that bike. I built one before and sold it. And I was like, since then I've become friends with Eddie and I'm like, I just kind of want that bike back. So I built another one. And there are a couple more coming. So if you are listening or watching and you're like, oh, Sean, you did one freestyle bike, really cool. Well, there's at least three more coming very soon.
I
And
know
you know
what one of
about
them.
one of them.
I know what one of them is. I
Yeah.
know what one of them is.
And I'm still
Yeah.
not going to tell you what color it is.
I was gonna ask, and you're not gonna tell me. So I'll
No,
just have to wait. I'll just have to. It's not gonna be white. I take it.
it's not. I'm not telling you anything.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna have to wait. I just have to wait.
If people want to see what color it's going to be, they're going to have to either
That's
watch the
fair.
YouTube video or look
That's
at the
fair.
Instagram account.
Yep.
That's the way
That's fair.
social media is, right? Like, if you spilled all the beans somewhere, what's the point of putting it anywhere else?
This episode is sponsored by Flite BMX. Flite is still making the BMX pads, grip donuts, number plates, and seat covers that you rode with back in the day. Whether you're carefully restoring the bike of your youth or putting together a new bike, Flite re-releases of the original products are carefully made to give you that same authentic pads that you grew up with. Check out FliteBMX.com for all of your BMX pads and accessories, or give them a follow on Instagram at FliteBMX. Thank you, Flite, for sponsoring this episode. Also, I use Flite pads almost exclusively, and you can find RADBMX pads at FliteBMX.com. Stay rad.
So Sean's been after me for months, a year maybe. He's like, dude, you've got to create an Instagram account for Classic BMX.
Yeah.
So I've got one for Reflective Car Care. That's my bread and butter. I own a detail shop here in McMinnville. I'm an IT guy by trade. I've done IT for 25 years. It's funny we can't figure out a Zoom meeting with both of us, but
Yeah.
we'll get through it. And I've got a reflective car care page that seems to bring in the see if you agree with me on this. The Instagram I kind of get, at least in the car world, sort of get the younger folks. In my Facebook stuff, I get the my age, middle aged, and the older generation folks. Is that kind of the same with you on Instagram, or not necessarily?
I hate Facebook with a passion.
Ah,
I really do because that's where there's just a lot of chaos in Facebook groups and on
yeah,
Facebook in general. So I actually took my page down a while back and only recently, I mean, I am monetized. I
yeah,
brought it back. So it's growing back from a zero back to, I don't know where it's at right now, a couple thousand or whatever it is. Who cares?
yeah.
But I seem to find more hateful comments in Facebook because random people see your stuff versus Instagram because people that are typically seeing your stuff are followers. So it's more of
True.
a positive environment. So I enjoy Instagram a little bit more than I do Facebook, even though I hate both platforms.
I get it. I get it. And I have created. Sean told me he was like, if you create one, I help you. So I did, and I followed you, and I've got one going. But to anybody watching this podcast, it looks a little sketch right now because there's like 6 pictures. So I just made this like 2 days ago. So give me a follow, give me a give me a shot, and I'll get some content on there. But I should have done this a long time ago. It was just another platform to manage. But you know what? If it's going to
Oh,
help me
tell me about it.
branch out and get some attention, get some exposure. What's another few
Well,
minutes to
tell them
post?
what it is.
All right, so it's classic underscore BMX underscore 37110. And the 37110 is just my zip code,
Okay.
is where that came into play. And
Because
because classic,
like anyone else doing what we're doing, there's a scammer account out there mimicking you, and I've already found it and sent it
you,
to you. So make
yeah,
sure you're
I've already,
following the right one.
yeah, exactly. Like I created this account 2 days ago, and Sean just sent me a screenshot the other day and was like, "Is this you or is this a fake account?" And I'm like, "Really? I'm nobody yet, and I've already got a fake account." So it's
Got
crazy.
to be
These people
somebody
that,
to someone if you've already got a fake account. I look at that as
yes,
a badge of honor. You know what I
I,
mean?
I guess like I got a
But
lot of
there,
badge of honors. Yeah,
I have so I've been doing my Instagram account for 10 years now, probably, and I think I have north of 800 people blocked at this point, and it's because the
wow.
majority of those are people stealing content, trying to sell bikes that I own that they
Yep,
don't own, and ripping people off.
yep.
You can report them and block them all day long, but those platforms like TikTok and Instagram don't care. They're not going to take them down. They just don't care. So I try, I try to not really go down that road. I just try to block them and move on. But
You
I
know what
go,
though? That one where you just straight called the dude out that stole the bike.
yeah,
I
that
love
has
it.
to happen sometimes.
You know what? It does have to happen because things like that, I mean, there has to be accountability at some point, and it drives me insane. People like they're stealing people's money, they're stealing people's products, and there's no like they just get off scot-free most of the time.
Yeah.
So.
The problem is you get someone that worked real hard to save $1,000, and
Absolutely.
now they want to buy their childhood dream bike and they bought it from a scammer. Now they will never have or trust to spend another $1,000 to actually get the bike from someone
Absolutely.
that's really selling it. So
Yep.
yeah, they do steal business from you and from me and from other people that do what we do. So if there are scammer accounts and anyone listening to this finds them, report them and block them and just pull that thunder out from underneath them so
Yep.
people have a harder time finding them because there's a TikTok page out there that's rad underscore BMX underscore build, no S at the end. Dude has more followers than I do, has my logo, steals all my content, sells my bikes. And
Wow.
I don't know how many times that page has been reported, but it's still there. And almost every day, someone's like, "Hey, I've been talking to you on TikTok about this bike." And I'm like, "It's not me, dude. It's not me."
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what are you working on now? I know you've been selling a lot of bikes. What's your current projects?
So I've got a 90, I got a 90 coin roll GT Performer that I'm working on. It's a hazard bike.
Nice.
So I'm working on my collection of whenever I get my garage the way that I want to do it. It's going to be right now, I'm going to have a performer lineup. I like anything 90 and below and really mid 80s. Really, that freestyle era
Yeah.
is what I like. I like all kinds of other things too. So right now I've got an 85 Pro Performer in purple. I've got an 86, which you seen me take that one down
Mhm.
just a minute ago before we started the podcast. I've got an 86 Performer in Maui blue. I've got an 87 white Performer, an 88 Radberry. I think that was the correct color, and then an 89 Performer in black, and then the 90. So and they're all different colors. The Skyways match the grips, and I'm trying to match the pedals, and I just kind of, and of course, I want to do the banner. So that's kind of where I'm going at right now. So I'm working on that bike. I've got to finish it. I've got a few things I'm going to swap out on some performers. I've still got a Haro invert, an 89 Haro invert that it's still in pieces in a bedroom.
So how
So
does someone go about buying a bike from you? Do they just find you on Facebook or do you have a website or how does that
yeah,
work?
so most of the stuff I'm putting on Facebook Marketplace, but like you said, so you are adamant, and I like this. Your platform is radbmxbuilds.com.
Yep,
That's the only place you can buy a bike.
that's it.
If you buy it from anywhere else, you're not getting a bike from you.
That's
And
right.
I'm thinking about, and I may pick your brain. You and I talked about this after the podcast. I may set up a website to do that because now I'm just doing it on Marketplace. And for every 20 people that messages you about a bike, one person might be interested in it.
Yeah.
Now, I did have a super cool experience with a dude actually just this morning. I sold an 86 Cycle Pro Jammer and an 86 Murray Hot Tricks. And the dude drove like, I don't know, like an hour. Super cool dude, followed through with what he said he was going to do, shook hands, super nice guy. Great experience. But you ship everything and you use bike flights, which is what I've been using.
Yep.
Um, I tried Pirate Bay for a while. Um, I had some, well, this is a good positive podcast, so I'll skip that part. But
I've
uh,
refined it down to basically there's no haggle involved. You go to the website, if it's there, you want to buy it, you buy it.
yeah,
Pay
yeah,
that price, and that includes shipping. I'm
yeah,
not going to sit there and try to calculate shipping. So I do add about $100 or so to the cost of the bike to cover
and it
shipping
takes
for the
that or
most part.
more by the time you
It
box it, pack
honestly,
it,
yeah, it does.
ship it, because a shipping label, unless it's going way out toward California, I mean, it's at least what, 60 to 80 bucks, if not 100.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the US right now. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's about 60, $80. So yeah, I've refined my system down to basically you buy it on the website, no haggle. You pay that shipping cost, but it's absorbed into the cost of the bike. And like you said, somewhere between 100, $150 because I buy boxes in bulk. I buy all the packing materials in bulk, and I have my own label maker here at the shop. So when someone buys a bike for me, I box it up right here in the shop. I print a shipping label, another $5 toward UPS for them to come pick it up here so I don't have to. I'm 30 minutes from the nearest town. So I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So
yeah.
for $5, yeah, I'd rather
Let
them
them
come
come to you.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it usually goes out like the next day if I'm able to box it up and get it going like that. So Pretty simple process that I refined it down to. I don't like marketplace because all the haggling and meeting, and I don't really want anyone coming where I'm at. I really work on my privacy. So,
Yeah, I don't blame you.
everyone always asks me, dude, can I come to your shop? Can I come see the bikes? Absolutely not. If you
Yeah,
want to see them, they're all online, man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want people knowing where all my stuff is, and
yeah.
I don't want to sit there and greet and meet every single person that wants to come see. I got so much to do other than that, like film and edit, and there's a lot on the back end, as
You
you know.
probably spend more time filming and editing, or as much as you do building the box.
Probably more. I spent
Yeah.
7 hours editing just yesterday for this weekend's YouTube video. So,
Wow.
and that's not
Wow.
including the filming or any of that's just the editing. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot more involved on the digital side than the mechanical side of bike building when you film and you have YouTube. So, and that's, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that. They watch a 15, 20-minute video like, oh, it looks really easy. And then a lot of people are like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it, right? And they try YouTube for like 2 seconds, like, oh God, forget it. That's too much. And someone did tell me that when I started YouTube, they're like, if you start it, just stay consistent and never stop. And then it will grow eventually. And it's not going to be in the first year, second year, unless something crazy goes viral, which is pretty uncommon. So I'm 4 years in now. I'm still waiting for that that one to hit. But I find it now to be something that I enjoy doing. So I really like the YouTube. It's just
Don't don't
me.
don't take away the YouTube because I can plop down the couch or I've got a little TV in the kitchen. If I'm piddling on a bike or whatever, I can throw some Rad BMX builds and just hit follow. I'm following you. I can just hit the channel, and that's kind of the thing about Instagram. It's a little more, TV. It's not TV friendly, I guess you
Yeah,
might
it's
say.
not. No, it's
It's
not.
phone friendly. It's computer friendly. It's not TV friendly.
100%.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of hate about the YouTube channel, but I get 90% of that is positivity and people love it. And people are like, man, you got me back into writing or building. And, or I sit here and watch it with my kid. Like, what? Like, I'm just some dude building bikes for fun.
Yeah.
And the whole reason I started Rad BMX Builds was kind of a way to get my mind off other things once I retired. So like a positive way to sit out here and listen to 80s music and do something to keep me busy that I enjoyed. And I didn't make any money doing it. And
You
then
enjoyed it.
yeah, because I enjoy it. And once it starts to become like a laborious job, then I'm gonna pull the plug or reel it way back because I
Yeah.
don't want to expand to where I have employees because then I got to worry about them, you know? Right now I'm only worried about me. And if it, craps the bed one day, oh well, I still got to retire, man. I'm good,
You're good.
You have
Yeah.
another business, you're good, I can sell it all and just be like, all right, that was cool. I did a lot with it. I'm moving on.
Well,
And that's always the fun part.
a lot of people think when they see you selling a bike, it's $1,500. They're like, holy smokes, this dude's making $1,500 on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cost you
it doesn't work that.
1,300 to build.
That's so. All right, so my profit margins a lot of times, like you said, there's a lot of fun involved in this. Otherwise, you don't do it for the money because
No.
you may make $100 on a bike. You may make $300 of a bike.
Yeah.
You're not making whatever that price is. Generally, your profit margin is pretty dang tight to what your asking price is,
Yeah.
and that's just how it works.
Yeah. Over the years, I've made some lower end budget builds and I made like, or broke even, maybe made $100, $200. The higher end bikes, if you have gotten enough resources together, you can do a little bit better, but you're not getting rich on this sport. You're not going to go buy a Porsche or,
No,
pay your house off with it.
no.
Um, the only way to make money doing this, and I made a whole video about how to make money on BMX, is through a million different revenue streams. Just building and selling bikes isn't going to make you much money. And
Yeah.
you know that. It's
Oh yeah.
it's all the other monetized stuff like social media and YouTube and merch sales and anything you can dabble into, collaborations and sponsorships. That all comes together to just enough money to keep you going. And that's
Yep.
about it.
Yep.
Every now and then a sponsor or something will throw you a free bike and you're like, "Oh, sick." But then you can sell that bike and maybe make some money versus like I had to buy the bike then sell the bike.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
on the mention of sponsor, if anybody from Amy is seeing this video, um, just maybe follow me or I'm most of my bikes I put Amy grips on. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So,
there you
you
go.
know.
Amy's great people, man. Amy, big shout out to you. This is not a sponsored video by you, but they're great, man. They've come through for me in the past, and I'm sure they will in the future. They're really awesome to work with. So, Amy, help this guy out. He deserves it. All right, man. What about the future? What do you got planned? We got a few minutes left.
All right. So right now I've got about 30, 25, 30 bikes in my possession. Way too much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tone it down. I like any kind of bike. I like race bikes. I like freestyle bikes. I'm probably going to go and tone it down right now for the GT stuff. Keep my 85 through my 90 performers. I've got some dyno stuff that I'm going to keep. Most of the other stuff I'm probably going to trickle down, get it within something that's manageable, and then I'm still going to buy bikes. I'm still gonna fix them. I'm gonna resell them. I think where Sean does a lot of his bikes, and like I said, this one behind me is a great example. His bikes are perfect. Everything is stripped, it's powder coated, everything's new, or it's NOS, but it's in really, really good shape. I do stuff a little different. I like patina to a point. If
Yeah.
it's just completely, if it looks like it's been drugged behind a car, you got to paint it or powder coat it
Yeah.
at some point. But yeah, I think right now, and that's why I'm trying to sell a lot of bikes, and then so I can manage this a little bit better. But I'm definitely going to keep going just because I enjoy it, and the little extra cash flow is nice. Generally, the money that I get from it, I just go buy another bike. But
Yeah. That's what
you
I
know,
do. Put it right
yeah,
back into the business. Awesome.
yeah, yeah,
Well, Jeremy, we're gonna have to finish this up, but we'll talk off camera. I want to
yeah,
thank you
absolutely.
again for taking time out of your day and
Yeah, dude,
being on
thank
the
you.
Rad BMX Builds podcast. You're the first dude that we did this with, and I
Sweet.
couldn't have picked a better guest. Thanks again. And if everyone is watching this, could give Jeremy a follow on his new Instagram page. He's got some great bikes and some great builds that I've been following for the last couple of years, and you're only getting better, dude. And your content's great.
Hey, I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sean.
All right, buddy. All right, everybody. Thanks again. And make sure that you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're listening to it on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, make sure you follow the Rad BMX Builds podcast, where we have some real BMX talk with real BMX builders. All right, everybody. Thanks again. And as always, stay rad.